Okay, well this is a bit daft, isn't it? It's not quite 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm on a fixed gear bike, about to do something, or at least try to do something that I'm not 100% sure if I can do. We're doing a 300k route. Probably telling my voice actually, I'm a bit reticent about whether I can do this. We'll see how it goes. Oh, it feels a bit mental to be out at 3:55 in the morning to start it. It's not a particularly easy route either. There's some hills on it, certainly. Well, let's see how this one goes, shall we? Positive thinking. Come on, let's do it. So we're about, I don't know, 20-ish, 20 so miles in, 170 to go. Still dark, obviously, as you can see. We'll be getting light probably in the next hour or so, I should hope. Bit of traffic on the road already though, and these people got beds to go to. Right, for a little bit of context then, I'm actually back in my hometown. The ride we're actually doing is like a 200k event that's starting in Bristol, so we thought we'll tag on sort of 25 or so miles at the start, then ride to the start of the 200k Audax, then do the Audax and then come home, because that rounds it up to 300k. And as I said, if that wasn't difficult enough, we thought why not do it fixed gear. So anyway, we're now basically just riding to the start of the Audax. We've done the western and back bit, trying to break the ride up into chunks. First chunk done. So that's us arriving at the start now. Start of the Audax proper, which is 208 k's. And then all we've got to do is ride home. Quick toilet stop before we set off through the crazy Gulf. Gonna need a bigger boat. Oh, I'm sorry, that was rubbish. And away we go. Okay, absolutely no shame in getting off and pushing up this one. It's like 17-18% on a fixie with gearing for the flat. As I said, I feel no shame whatsoever pushing up here. Long way to go, no point in killing myself trying to get up a bloody steep hill. Russ has done the same. Certainly a bit hilly this first half, I would say, and there's a headwind as well, but that only means that we're going to get a tailwind on the way back, so that can't be bad, can it? On our way into Bourton on the Water, where I think we can probably pick up some lunch. Need that, if I'm honest, feeling quite tired. There's quite a few hills where I'm doing everything I can not to get off and push. I've got off 3 times, I think. But that's not bad. I mean, there's some pretty steep ones. Anyway, think positive. Right, what are we doing? Positive, we're doing alright. On our way to lunch, Hailstone's gone off. Actually feeling alright, if I'm perfectly honest. Positive thinking. Grr. There's Bourton on the water then. Now I have to find somewhere that serves cake. Ah, there's loads of them. Bakery on the water, that's what we want. Well, I'm not sure where we are, but I do know that it's at the top of a hill. Much mistaken, we've turned the corner, as it were. We've had a headwind all the way out here, and now he's turned back. Psychologically, that's going to make a real difference, really. Not just because it's a tailwind, but because we're now, although it is a bit of that, but because we're now actually facing home. So we're basically just riding home. Now, alright, it's 80 miles or whatever, so it's not exactly a short ride home, but it's a ride home all the same. And rather than for the last 110 we've sort of been riding away from home, and that can be quite challenging psychologically. Legs are feeling tired. It's really hilly, certainly for fixed anyway. I imagine it's pretty hilly anyway, even for a geared bike, but it's certainly hilly for fixed. But you know what, the mind isn't giving up, and that's the most important part, really. There's Ross, here he is. That's the most important part. In Burford, wherever that is. Oh, we're quite a long way through 200k now anyway, so significantly less than 100k to go, which is nice. Hopefully, I think we should be closing in on another cup of tea stop in the next half dozen miles, which is also nice. Whenever I come through Malmesbury, I always think of something that somebody said to me when I couldn't have been much older than 18, 20, that Malmesbury was once the capital of England. I've got absolutely no idea whether that's true. I've never googled it, never bothered to look it up, but apparently it's true. Well, we're through 150 miles, just over, which means we've got about 37-ish to go, 38 to go. It's not really warmed up today, but at least we have got that benefit of that tailwind. Oh, I'm going to slow down here. Okay, 183 miles or so, another 4 or 5 to go. None of them are particularly challenging though, so that's good. Kind of decided to give it the full beans there, going back through Long Ashton, just to see if my legs had anything in them, and they seem to. It was alright, holding 20 mile an hour on the flat, so that's good. And there's Russ. Oh, have it, 300k. 187 miles or whatever it is. Well, I'm not going to pretend it was easy. It was bloody hard. It was a hilly route. But it's funny, isn't it? Whenever I do 125 miles, so 200k on a fix, I finish, like I'm dead to the world. I can't do any more. And yet suddenly, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I've mustered the energy to ride 1.5 times as far and probably 3 times as much climbing. It's all in the mind, it really is. I'm sure it is. Well, I know it is. It just goes to show, doesn't it? If you think you can, you can. Thanks for watching.